So here we are almost done with the project here, and so we have some issues right now. If I actually show you, if I scroll in my home page, as you can see that I am scrolling in my home page, and if I go to my about page, now as you can see that I am in the end of the about page. So this is happening, as you can see that whenever I am in the bottom of one page, means I scroll down, and after that if I go another page, so in the next page I am also in the bottom, as you can see. So we need to fix that. So it is a small fix. So for that, what I need to do, I need to go to my app.js. so here is my app.js. so inside that we have a switch, as you can see that, and here what we need to do, before this switch we need to create another component. So first of all, let's create the component, and after that we will add the component here. So let's create the component first of all. So in the components, let's create a new file with a name of scroll to top.js. so in this component we need to actually create a functional component, RFC, to create a functional component. And inside this component we need to actually first of all, let's get the path name, constant path name, and we need to get this path name from the use location hook, which is from the React router DOM. So I just can use use location. So this is a hook from React router DOM, actually not React router only. So we have this path name from use location, which is from our React router DOM. And here what we need to do, whenever we will load the page, means whenever we will go to the new page, what I need to do, I need to go back to the top of the page. So that's what we want. So use effect for that. So use effect, and inside that, first of all, let's actually import this use effect from the React. And inside that what I will do, so I will go back to the top of the page. So for that, I just can say that window dot scroll to. So if I go to scroll to, and I can pass the value, which will be 0 for x and 0 for the y, and what it will do, it will actually scroll to the top of my web page. So once we are in the top of the web page, what I can do now, let's check if it is working or not. I can actually call this scroll to top here, scroll to top, and import that. So if I have this scroll to top, let's see if it is happening. So now as you can see that it is fixed. So now if I scroll down, and if I go to the next page or any other page, I am back in the top. So it's actually fixed, as you can see that. And also what you can do, you can pass this path name as a dependency, means whenever you wanna use this function, means whenever you want to run this user state hook callback. So I want to say that whenever my path name will be changed, I will call this, and that's it. So that's what need. And also from here we don't need to return anything. We can just say that null. I will return null only. So that's it, as you can see that. And also here, as you can see that, I'm not returning any JSX. So yeah, we don't need the React also. Yeah, that's it. So this will fix it, as you can see that whenever I'll scroll, and let's test it once again. If I go to the scroll, if I scroll down and go to the next page, let's say that about, and I'm back in the top. So it is fixed, and that's good. So after that, we need to apply our smooth scroll. So right now we having this default scroll, as you can see that, but we want the smooth scroll. So for that, if you go to the package.json that we have here, so if I go to the package.json, so here as you can see that unfortunately I can't see the package here. So what you need to do, if you don't have the React smooth scroll package, you need to install that. So for that, we need to go to our terminal here. So let's go here, and so the package that we are going to install is a smooth scroll bar. So let's install that. So npm install a smooth scroll bar. Let me actually zoom in a little bit. So as you can see that we are actually installing a smooth scroll bar, and beside that we need to React a smooth scroll bar. So React a smooth scroll bar. So these two packages will be needed. So let's install those. So once we finished installation, what we can do, I can check here. So as you can see that we have React Smooth Scroll Bar and also a Smooth Scroll Bar. So these two packages will be needed basically. So you need to install that, and after that what we need to do, we need to use them. So in our app.js, as you can see that we have a scroll to top. So right now we don't need it anymore. Instead of that, let's actually delete that. So now here we need to actually create a new component. So let's create a new component and name it a Smooth Scroll Bar. Okay, I forgot the JS part. .js obviously. So now we have this smooth scroll bar .js, and here we need to apply our smooth scroll bar which we installed a moment ago. So here RFC to create a functional component, and inside that we need to use our use location once again. And also I need to mention that we are not going to use a scroll to top this component anymore. We are not going to use it. Instead of that, we will use this smooth scroll bar JS, and here we will have the API to go to the scroll to top. So we have this scroll to top JS. If you don't want to use the smooth scroll bar, so for that you need to use this scroll to top JS to have to fix the issue that we talked here. But whenever you are using a smooth scroll bar, you can actually fix this issue, means a scroll to top issue, with the smooth scroll bar itself. So we're gonna actually see this, how we are going to actually fix this scroll to top issue with a smooth scroll bar in a moment. So first of all, let's actually apply this smooth scroll first of all. For that, what I need to do, I need to create a reference. So constant reference equals to use ref. So we are gonna use this hook from React, and here for the initial value will be the null. And also here what I am going to use, actually I'm gonna use the children, because I will actually wrap this whole application with this smooth scroll bar. So for that the children will be rendered here. And after that, what I need to do, I need to actually import our scroll bar from React smooth scroll. So let's actually import that. So import scroll bar from React smooth scroll bar. So we are gonna actually use this smooth scroll bar. So this will be the component. So here we just can say that instead of div, that it will be a scroll bar. And let's actually have it like that. And now what I need to do, I need to actually pass some attribute here. So the reference will be the reference that we already have here, and also the damping. So this will be, let's actually use 0.09 actually. So this will be the smoothness for our smooth scroll, this damping. So now we have the smooth scroll, and let's actually apply it. So here, as I said, here we will have this smooth scroll component. So let's actually use that. So a smooth scroll, and let's import that. Okay, it is a smooth scroll bar, so whatever you named. So as you can see that I have this smooth scroll bar here, and what I need to do, I need to actually wrap this whole application, means this whole switch statement inside this. So I am gonna remove it and expected corresponding JS. It is not same. Okay, so it's fixed. As you can see that smooth scroll bar, opening tag, and here is the closing tag, and we will have all the switch statement, means the whole switch statement inside this smooth scroll bar component. We should see the smooth scroll bar here, but as you can see that we can see here is the smooth scroll bar, and also for that what we need, actually we need some CSS, and I already have the CSS in my global style. If I go to my global style and I scroll down, if you notice this small scroll bar, this small scroll bar style here, so you will be needed this style to work with this small scroll bar. Basically what I'm saying is I'm actually having a fixed height for the scroll bar, and after that, and we're gonna say that the overflow will be hidden, and we're gonna actually have the scroll with the transform, I think transform 3D, something like that. Yeah, transform translate 3D. We are gonna have this transform translate 3D, and it will actually move whenever I'll scroll, as you can see that. So now as you can see, that's how it works, and that's how the small scroll works. You need to actually set this here. You can see that you're gonna where it is. Yeah, so here as you can see that we need to actually have a fixed height, and also we need this overflow hidden, and after that it will actually it will have the scroll with actually translate transform 3D, and it will make it smooth. So as you can see that it is fine, but as you can see now we have these two scroll, one is here and another one is this smooth scroll, as you can see. So to fix it, what I need to do in our app.js, what I need to do, instead of having the footer outside of this smooth scroll, I will have the footer inside of it. So if I have the footer inside of my smooth scroll, it should be fixed. So as you can see that now it is fixed. We have the smooth scroll for the whole website. But the problem, we have still one more problem. If I go if I scroll down and go to the bottom of the website, and if I go to the next page or any other page, as you can see that we are facing the problem once again. Now in the next page I am also in the bottom of the web page. I should be in the top of the web page. So it's happening once again. So to fix it, we are gonna actually use our smooth scroll bar. So how we're gonna actually fix it? So for that we're gonna use effect, and here we can't actually use our previous method. So if I go to our previous method, scroll to top, this one, so as you can see that we are using window.scroll2, and we are actually giving the value xy, xy means x value will be 0, y value will be 0. Basically it will actually go to the top of the website, but we are not using the default scroll anymore. What we are using is we are using the transform translate 3D. So it will not work with this window scroll. This one will work whenever you will have the default scroll bar. So for that, what I need to do in our smooth scroll bar, this time we're gonna say that constant scroll bar. So we need the scroll bar instance. So scroll bar equals to reference.current, and here I need to say that a scroll bar dot set position. We need to set the position, and the position will be 0 and the 0. So this method is coming from the smooth scroll bar, and if I do, it should be fine. And also I need to actually import this use effect, obviously, and also here I need to pass the dependency. So for the dependency we are gonna use the same thing, which is the path name. So constant path name from the React Router DOM, not this will be from use location hook from React Router DOM, actually use location. So this hook is from actually location. Okay, React Router DOM. So be careful here. So this auto completion is actually having it from the React Router, but it should be from the DOM. So now we have the path name, and we can use this path name as a dependency here. So path name, and once we have it, it should be fixed, I think. So now if I actually scroll down and if I go to my home page, now as you can see that we are in the top of the home page. So that's it, it is fixed. As you can see that whenever I scroll down and I will actually go to the next page, it should be in the top of the website or web page. Yeah, and also we have this nice smooth scroll, as you can see. So here as you can see that we have the style in our global style. We have this style for basically the scroll, as you can see that this scroll, this is having this light background, and here we have the dark background. So it is coming from this style. As you can see that you can actually you can change it whatever you want, but it is coming from here. So that's it. And also you can actually change the damping here. If I go to the smooth scroll bar, if you want, you can use something like only 0.9, and this should be, as you can see that, a little bit more hard. And if you want to have the smooth feelings, you need to actually decrease the value. So if I go to the 0.09, as you can see that it is actually having this smooth feeling. And if you go, so basically if you decrease the value, you will have more smoothness. So this is it. And also if you notice that here we are actually having this problem whenever the scroll bar is in the top, we are having this cutoff here, means this scroll bar is actually now under this nav menu. So to fix it, what you need to do, you need to actually increase the Z index for this one. The Z index of the nav bar is 100, and what you need to do, you need to say that for the scroll bar, the Z index will be the 101, means it will be higher than 100. So if I save, now as you can see that our this scroll bar is now in the top of our nav bar. Yeah, this is it. As you can see, we have the smoother scroll. So now we are done with our project. As you can see that we have full functional website. So now we need to deploy this website. So first of all, we need to actually push it in the GitHub. So let's go to our GitHub account and create a new repository. And here you can actually name it anything. I will say that React project recording. So name it whatever you want, and after that you need to actually say that it will be a public repository or a private. I will keep it public, and after that create repository. So once you have the repository, what you need to do, you need to actually have those commands in your command line. So that's actually, as you can see that we need to initialize that, and after that we need to commit, and we need to do these things. So let's actually do that. So here first of all, let's actually go to our terminal. So new terminal. Here what I need to do, I need to say that git init. So it will initialize the whole directory. So now it is initialized with the git, this whole directory. And after that, what I need to do, I need to actually add the all thing. So git add, and it will add this whole directory. And I need to do the commit. So git commit adding initial commit. So this will be the your commit message. So now we are done with the commit, as you can see that. And now what I need to do, I need to if I come here, you can see that here we are changing the branch name. So if you want, you can actually change it. So now the branch name is main. So after that, what I need to do, I need to add our this remote repository, means this GitHub repository with the local repository. So let's copy that and paste it here. So what it will do, it will actually add our local directory, means this our local repository with the GitHub remote repository. So if I do that, so now it is actually added with this repository. Now what I need to do, I need to just push it. So here if I push, it will push the local repository into the GitHub remote repository. So if I come here, so it is actually pushing into the GitHub. So wait a second, and it is done. So if I have now, if I come here and refresh, as we can see that I have all of my code here, and also this readme, as you can see that it is here. So this readme is actually from our starter file that we had. And now what I need to do, I need to actually deploy this repository using Netlify. So for that, let's go to the netlify.com and go to the netlify.com and open your account. So once you are inside the Netlify, what you can do, you can actually see this you will see this button, new site from Git. You can actually click it, or you can actually go to the sites where you will find all of the sites that you have, and from here you can just, here is the create a new site, and from here you can actually choose which one you want to use. So we're gonna use GitHub, but if you are using GitLab or Bitbucket, you can actually use those. So I will use GitHub and click that, and after that you need to authorize with the GitHub, and here as you can see that now I am linked with my GitHub, and from here I need to actually select the repository that I want to deploy. So I can see my repository, which is this React project recording. So this is the repository just I created a moment ago. So I will select this, and once you will select, what it will do, it will actually come to the next step, and here you will actually have this. If you have multiple branch, then you can actually choose which branch you want to deploy. And also the base directory, we don't need to actually worry about this. And also the build command, this should be the same, the build command that we have. So you don't need to actually worry about that. I think we already have the default build command, but let me check once again. So if you come here, so the build command is this one, means the build means npm run build. So if I come here, as you can see that npm run build, yeah, fine. And yeah, this is it. I don't think we need to actually do anything here. So if I deploy the site here, and as you can see that it is actually deploying the site, and if you want to see the log here, you can actually click that, it will show the log. So here our site is deploying. So here I'm facing a problem whenever I'm actually deploying the site using Netlify. So the problem is, as you can see that couldn't find the required file, which is index.html, which is inside the public directory. So if I come here in my code here, as you can see that if I go to my git ignore, so the problem is actually, as you can see that inside of my git ignore file, I have this public directory, means right now we don't have this public directory, means this one in our GitHub. If I go my GitHub, and inside here, as you can see that I can't see my public the public directory. So for that, what I need to do, I need to actually remove the public from this git ignore file. So for that, you can actually comment it out. And so now what you need to do, you need to actually push it into the GitHub once again. So git add all, so it will add the public folder, and git commit adding public directory, and git push, and it will push it into the GitHub. And after that, we should have the public directory. So if I come here and refresh, now as you can see that I'm having the public directory. And if I come here and let's actually redeploy this, and here as you can see that in the top, retry the deploy. So deploy site once again. So let's see if it is actually as you can see that I'm having two deployment in the same time. I don't want the new one, because whenever I pushed my, I need to cancel the new one. So means whenever I pushed my code in this repository, now we are having the continuous deployment with the Netlify. So whenever you will push your code into this repository, it will automatically trigger the deployment. So as you can see that we are actually having this deployment, but if you don't have, you can actually start it manually as I showed. So build is ready to start. You know what, I'm gonna actually cancel it. I will actually do it manually. So let's cancel the deploy, and I will do the deployment manually. So trigger deploy the site, and now I'm having the deployment once again. So let's see if it is actually fixing the issue, or we are actually facing new one. So here as you can see that I'm having the error here. So because as you can see that we are actually having the process.env.ci is true, and for that what it is doing actually, it is actually treating the warnings as error. And what we have as a warning, so we have the warning is actually, as you can see that this as call to top, it is defined but never used. In app.js, we can go to in our app.js. Here you can see that we are not using it anymore, because as I said, we are gonna use this as smooth scroll instead of that. So let's save it and let's see if I come here. The second one is this one. So footer.js means footer is defined but never used in home.js. Okay, so if I go to the home, what is here, so we are not using the footer here because we are having the footer in the app.js, so that's why we are not using the footer here. So let's actually remove the import. So I think this is it and it should fix it. So I think this is it. Now we can actually push this into my GitHub once again. So let's do that. So once I will push this into my GitHub, I will have the code here, and also what it will do, it will actually trigger the deploy once again automatically. We'll see it in a moment. So if I come here in my deploys, so now as you can see that we are having this new deployment automatically, which is actually having from the continuous deployment with the GitHub and this Netlify. So let's see if we are actually facing the error or not. So this is the real process. You will find so much errors whenever you will deploy the site, and you need to fix it. So that's the reality that you need to face. I hope this time it will work properly, because we fixed the warnings, and here it is, finished the deployment and build script success, means we finished the deployment. So if I come here in the top, now as you can see that deploy preview, and if you click that, it will open the new app in a real URL, as you can see. So now as you can see that we are having our website perfectly fine. As you can see that everything is working. Yeah, everything is working, as you can see. So fine. And also if you want, you can actually change the domain here. So if you come here in the site preview and site setting, here you can actually change the name. So instead of having this name, you can actually say that CIFAR or Shaif Arfan.netlify.app. If I save that, so now as you can see that our app is now have a new name, which is the shaifarfan.netlify.app. And if you have a custom domain you want to add, what you can do, you can come here and where is the custom domain? So here is the domain management. Inside that you can use your custom domain with this Netlify website that you have. So yeah, that's it. As you can see that we are finished with the site. We started from the zero, means we started from the scratch, and we finished the site and we deployed the site in the Netlify. And this is the whole process for creating a site, and we did it with React. Yeah, and I hope you guys like this video, and if you did, please subscribe the channel if you want to see more video like this one, more project like this one. And if you really think that this will help other, please share that also, and this will help us to grow more. So I will see you in the next project. Maybe I will see you in the next project. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Khuda Hafiz. So that's it, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to share it with your friends and family. Also, if you want to watch more video like this one, please subscribe the channel, and also turn on the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever I will upload my next video. So my name is Arfan, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye. Khuda Hafiz.